So, the Warriors got cooked and reality checked by the Nuggets. And yeah, it was not pretty. It was not really pretty. The starters got completely outplayed by the Nuggets starters, and it wasn't just not a pretty game. From the start, we started off really good, played really well, but Denver just kicked in a completely different gear after the first quarter and a half, right? They went on a 14-0 run or something to end the half. When there were no timeouts, we couldn't create many good shots. Steph was off. Potts actually was off offensively. And the Nuggets just carried on with their momentum. We were able to get back into the game and kind of stay with them, but it was pretty much a fake effort. Well, not a fake effort, but it never felt like we quite had it tonight to beat them, right? We would need a great Steph game and he wasn't on, so it felt like with Steph off, unless he somehow woke up, we weren't gonna beat them, and that's what happened exactly. Big picture thought. I don't think in this matchup Draymond on Jokić is the way, right? Draymond, hey, he does a solid job. Jokić was 13 of 24, which of course is still really great, but like nothing sensational for him. But he had 16 assists and 16 rebounds. And the issue is, right, the Warriors always wanted to play Jokić to take away one of those things, either the passing or the the scoring. But they weren't able to take away any of it, which I know is hard from Jokić, but if you zeroed in on the assist, it might be able to take away at least a little bit more. And what happens is, of course, Draymond is on him, and you don't have nobody guarding Aaron Gordon, who was absolutely feasting. 17, 6, 2, 3 steals, 1 block. He was on one. Even though he couldn't hit a lick from the outside, it did not matter at the end of the day at all. And nobody could guard him, while if Draymond was on him, he might have been able to go into those passing lanes for Jokić, who had 16 assists to 2 turnovers, 8 to 1 assist to turnover ratio, right? So maybe Draymond at power forward on Aaron Gordon, playing Trace or Loon might have been the way with Kuminga off the bench, honestly. And Clay in there. Or maybe you go Wiggins and Kuminga together at the 2 guard and 3 guard and the forward position. I don't know, but it would have made probably more sense to play Clay to start. Kuminga might have needed, at least if you're going to play him, run the offense a little bit more through him, because I felt like once again he had a really good all-around starter game, but with Podziemski in there, the lanes aren't as opened up for him as when Clay was there, and he's not able to get as efficiently to the rim and get as many efficient shots. He was really good still, I would say, overall. At the end of the day, the biggest issue is Draymond, 6 turnovers. He was completely off tonight offensively. Well, not completely, but pretty much off tonight offensively. And pair that with Steph shooting 6 of 19 and essentially, his best plays were getting to the free throw line, 4 assists to 3 turnovers. Our main guys, our 2 best players, Steph and Dray, got absolutely demolished by their 2 best guys in Jamal Murray and Jokić, right? And the starters got obliterated overall. Might have been a game where you start, like I said, Looney at center, Draymond on Aaron Gordon, and start Clay instead of Podziemski for more spacing. Kuminga off the bench, Potts off the bench. I don't know, man. But it felt like they were just the better team, right? They got 12 offensive rebounds. They're relentless on those boards. They out-rebounded us, which doesn't happen as often as you think. They had just 10 turnovers to our 17, which if Draymond maybe played those passing lanes, a lot more of that could happen. You also, like I said, with Potts, it feels like they went away a little bit too much from Kuminga. I don't know, but it is what it is at the end of the day. And I still don't like those Dario minutes, even though he was a +6. I feel like those 9 minutes for Dario should be Moody, should be maybe 6 more minutes for Kuminga at least. I don't love it. I love the minutes for Trace, but I feel like Dario minutes are just too taxing defensively and offensively also, because we're asking too much of Clay, Wiggins, maybe Potts even, and of Kuminga in other lineups that aren't as great, it feels like. And maybe if Moody could have gotten a consistent playing time, he could have been in there as a shooter, right? Now he doesn't get any minutes. Then also, it was just, a reality check, man. The Nuggets are awesome. I still think they're gonna win the title unless they get a serious injury, because they're just that good and they have the best player in the world. They have one of the best playoff risers in the world in Jamal Murray, and just a perfect mix of guys. They have a lot of high IQ guys. They have a lot of cutters. They have a lot of guys that crash the offensive boards, and they have Jokić, right? So they can actually abuse their size against us, unlike most of the other teams in the NBA. So there's that, man. And of course, it doesn't help that someone like Looney is just looking completely washed. Let's just put it in the modern day terms. He just doesn't look himself. That does not help you. Trace has not played simply enough to help you enough. So there are some big picture issues, of course, but we know that already, man. And we'll see, man. What else did I say? Yeah, back cuts early on. Bots on Michael Porter Jr. He was 3 of 11, but I felt like there was also just not a fun mismatch. We had some solid ball movement early on. Like I said, another really good all-around quarter for JK. And the first quarter, Clay, of course, was scorching hot in the first half. I liked Wiggins' aggression overall, but he still only had 10 shot attempts. Maybe he could have been a little bit more. He had some good passes. And we attacked mismatches pretty well, I would say. And yeah, unfortunately, the Nuggets just flipped the switch on both sides after they were down like 16 or something. And yeah, we couldn't create many good shots and score because Steph was off. And once Steph is off, everything goes to shit, essentially. Against the best teams, either way, right? And of course, you have their two best guys, like I said, in Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic, just completely destroying us. And the turnovers didn't help. Draymond, like I said, was completely off, and he was forcing some really unnecessary passes with those turnovers. So, big picture, I'm not sure if, what does help more, right? We have gone all season with the different rotations and changes in the starting lineup in the rotation. And what is the bigger issue? Should we have sticked with it and stuck with more lineups and gave them more time, or is it the fact that we should have actually rotated even more, right? Like tonight, should we have started Looney, tried at least, or maybe even Trace, and have Trace on Aaron Gordon maybe, and switch it up with Jokic? I don't know. Or should we have started Clay for more shooting and spacing against these guys? There are a lot of questions like that, but those are all what ifs and buts. I don't know, man. If I was a player and when I play, it of course doesn't feel great that the minutes come somewhat inconsistently and somewhat in different patterns every now and then. But at the same time, I'm obviously nowhere near the NBA level, so the guys should be more ready for that. But it just makes you wonder at the end of the day. But overall, just a bad game from the best players, from the starters, and a reality check against probably still the team that I fear the most in the whole NBA, honestly, right? Like, that is not a team that I fear more than the Nuggets, without a question, man. Like, I really like Boston. They're really good. Don't get me wrong, but the Nuggets have it all, man, I would say. And yeah, they don't even need to be the number 1, number 2 seed. They can be just fine right here, and nobody will want to play them. We all know that. But it's a huge missed opportunity because Dallas lost, LA lost. We could have been the number 9 seed if we had won. Now we go on the road where we certainly need to win 3 of these games on the road, but it's gonna be tough. Back to back New York, Toronto, then Boston. Jordan Poole revenge game. Back home for Milwaukee, Chicago, Spurs. Need to get at least what is it? 2, 4, 6, 8. Out of these 8 games, we should win at least 6 of them if we want to be serious. 6 or 7 of them would be more than reasonable, I would say, if we were to make some run. But we'll have to watch on that. Anyway, as always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section if you want to talk about the Warriors, about the NBA. I'm down for it. And yeah, be kind to yourself and to others as always. Love yourself as much as possible. And I'll catch you all with the Warriors Wizards game in 2 days.